Shemai. It's now late October and it's been a really stormy day. There's a little break in the weather now and I've decided to go out for a walk and follow the same track that I took with my kids over the weekend. Being October, being autumn, the leaves are now starting to come off the trees in this beechwood here. And it's a great time to find mushrooms and fungi. And this year has been absolutely exceptional. I mean, I'm not an expert in fungi even slightly. I know what I know, but I'm absolutely fascinated by them. And I just, the more I learn about them, the more I want to learn about them. And they're just amazing. I mean, going for the walk, hopefully today we'll see some. The variation and the diversity in the styles of mushroom and fungi is vast. So hopefully as we go for a walk, we'll try and find a few that we found over the weekend and you can take a look. Okay, so even just in this tiny space here, I know that fungi are generally associated with decay and death, but look at this. This is just amazing. Just around here, there's some logs that have come down. You can see just under there, there's these couple of small ones here, but when I come over to these here, you've got some there, and these I actually do recognise. These are called candle snuff fungi. And then on this big cherry stump here, now this is another reason why you've got to be so careful in old woodlands. That cherry is snapped and is dead and hanging, but at the base of it, check these out. Now whether these are honey fungus or some kind of obviously decay fungus, but what I usually do is once I see them, take a photo, go back and then look them up in a book and find out what's what with them. Okay, we've only moved on a couple of meters. That's where we were. And this, on the end of these cut logs, again, look at that. Amazing, tiny one there. I think at this rate we'll be stopping more than we're going. Okay, so now this is like hitting the jackpot. This is an old beech stump that's actually been here for quite some time, but it's plastered in loads of different types of fungi. So if we have a look at this one first, there's this bracket fungus here, which I'm pretty sure, again I'll check it out when I get back, is turkey tail. And you can see why, because it's in the shape and the sort of patterning of a turkey tail. And then if I go across to this one, you've got everything from these sort of bracket fungus here, which resembles an artist's, there's one called an artist's fungus. And then look at this little one here, just peeking out. And then up here, it's like a whole little world. Look at that tiny one up on the top. And then more of these brackets here. And then as we come across, we've got candle snuff fungus going across there. We've got these old ones here. Just amazing. And look at these breaking out through the bark. Absolutely fascinating, I love it. Again, this always highlights the importance of being vigilant and cautious when you're in any woodland. This, we walked through here yesterday. This has come down since yesterday. This is as you can see here, a hazel branch that's snapped off from up there. So anytime you're in a woodland, it's not been particularly windy, we've had heavy rain, but you can never be too careful. Always keep an eye up as well as down. Okay, so these stood out quite obviously, shining bright really, and that's, I guess, some kind of puffball. There's one there, one there. You can see how it's covered in all those little sort of lumps and bumps. Fab. As I've said, this year there just seems to be fungi everywhere, and these white ones on the edge of this bit of cut oak caught my eye on the way by. That little bit there. But as I walk past, look at that one making the most of its opportunity in there. Just starting to peek out. Absolutely amazing. They don't miss an opportunity. On this bit of oak up here, here's a good example if ever you needed a contrast. Look at this tiny, tiny, delicate one here. Look at those two. And then in the background, that great big, shiny looking one. And actually there's another one there. And more over the top. They're just beautiful. Look at that. And then a few yards up, even more. And look at these. Look at that one there. And that one down there. All totally different. Even that one there peeking up. Amazing. Now these look a lot like the ones we saw down there, but just older and larger. Look at that one there. And you can see how puffy the top is there. And next to it, totally different ones again. Again, the importance of taking your time and being observant. I nearly marched straight past these, and you can tell the difference now. We saw that tiny one earlier. Look at the size of that compared to my hand. Absolutely amazing. Oh, there we go. Saying about the size, you've got that one there, and another one of those really tiny, delicate ones there. Okay, in between dodging storms, we've made it into some more open area now, and here's some silver birch, and if I follow up this one, this side still alive, this side is dying, and on there, you can see how they'll inhabit pretty much anywhere. Up on the trunk up there is a birch polypore. You can see how it springs out of the bark there, and if I track up further, you can just see up there, there's more. Amazing. Okay, just down by here, just caught it at the corner of my eye. This one here. Again, another type of puffball. These are the ones that I generally see more, they're a bit more common. These are the ones that if you squeeze, will release like a brown puff. Fantastic. Oh, here comes the rain again. I better take shelter. Now it's interesting that I think it was along by here, or at least very close to here, that back in the earlier in the year we looked at the Scarlet Elf Cup, and it was right the way through there, if you remember. And of course, as the seasons change, the fungi's change, and it's fab to be out just just looking at all these other different ones. So we'll carry on our way. Okay, there's a break in the rain now, so we're going to start making our way back to where we started. But again, just everywhere. Look at these. And again, the difference in them. There's these here. Oh, and then behind there. Great stuff. I've stopped on the track again because here's some that we haven't seen so far. And I wonder if you can make out the colour of that. It's like a purple. Amazing, beautiful. Absolutely stunning. We're pretty much back to where we started now. And in fairness, I've only recorded a sort of a small proportion of what we've seen, and what we have seen is just a fraction of what is available at this time of year. I mean, this is just going through a woodland. We haven't seen field mushrooms, we haven't seen any fly agarics. There's just so much diversity of fungi out there, and it's been an amazing season for it, and it's continuing to be an amazing season. So I mean, hopefully you find it as fascinating as me and as exciting. So now's a great time to go out and look for them. Remember, you know, I'm going to go back. First thing I'll do is wash my hands. You don't need to touch them. You don't need to pick them. But go and see how many different types you can find. It is just wonderful. So there we go. Mushrooms, fungi, heaps of them out there. Go out and see if you can find them, and good luck.